This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review, taking a look at your MLB overnight lines for the games on Wednesday, August the 3rd. Believe it or not, this is one of the best post-All-Star break baseball cards that I think I've seen in terms of number of decent opportunities out there. So I'm going to go rapid fire. I'm going to rhyme off a bunch of games that I'm interested in. Let's go. Let's start with Texas and Baltimore for the Wednesday slate. Cole Hamels taking the mound against Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman continues to disappoint. I've said this time and time again. He's got all the stuff to be pretty good pitcher here at the major league level, but he just hasn't been able to put it all together and be consistent. Last time out against Toronto, a rough outing, 6 runs in just 3 innings of work, including 3 home runs allowed. Coming off a great outing against Cleveland, but again, prior to that, he's been good, he's been bad, he's had a little bit of everything. He has been better here at Camden Yards than he's been on the road, but still, I don't like some of the peripheral numbers. He's had 6 walks in each of his last 2 starts combined. That's also a problem area. And on the flip side, you've got Cole Hamels, and I've mentioned about Cole Hamels all season long, how steady, how consistent he has been all season for the Texas Rangers. 2.84 ERA, Texas 16-5 in his 21 road starts, 1.71 ERA for Hamels, even better on the road. 8-3 are Texas and Cole Hamels' 11 starts on the road this season. His track record against Baltimore pretty good. He won his only previous start against Baltimore earlier this season, back in April. 3 runs allowed in 5.1 innings. Texas winning that game 6-3. I like Texas at the near even money price. They bolstered the team. Beltran and Lucroy, big time additions for them at the trade deadline. I like Texas at a near even money price, and I trust Hamels to lead his team to another road victory here over Kevin Gausman and the Baltimore Orioles. What else have we got for this Wednesday slate? Washington and Arizona. I want to bring up this game. It's a high money line price, but Arizona is not hitting. Their starters aren't going deep, and his bullpen is completely worn out. They're not a good bullpen to begin with. They stink to begin with, but they are logging just too many innings. They're way too taxed. Starters aren't pitching deep, and this is having a reverberating effect game in and game out. Arizona is just worn down with their bullpen and giving up runs late. Even if Godley, who I don't like to begin with, like I said, he isn't pitching like a god, that's for sure. This guy, if he doesn't pitch deep, and he doesn't have a track record of pitching deep this season, Arizona's vulnerable late in the game. Their bullpen can't get outs right now in the later innings. So you got to like Washington team total over in some form here. You got to like Washington maybe on the run line -1.5. In some form in this game. Obviously, the money line, I would never in a million years lay -235 with anybody on the road, even in this situation. But just for that reason alone, it's hard to get to the window backing Arizona right now, a team that's just had a miserably disappointing season. They aren't hitting well right now. Their pitching staff is in shambles. Starting pitching's not pitching deep. Their bullpen is a complete disaster. It's hard to make any sort of case right now for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Lean to Milwaukee against San Diego with Junior Guerra over Edwin Jackson there. Junior Guerra continues to pitch very well. It's not the greatest price in the world, but I don't like much of what Edwin Jackson's doing. I mean, you saw what I said about him last time. His peripheral numbers, FIP, xFIP, Sierra, not higher than his ERA. Definitely a concern. I'd look to Junior Guerra and the Brewers in that game. I'd also think Colorado might be a little bit of a live dog against the LA Dodgers. I know the Dodgers are the team battling for first in the NL West with San Francisco. They're the team that needs the wins. Colorado's the team that's out of it. But let's not undersell what Tyler Anderson has done this season. Tyler Anderson's been pretty solid as of late for the Colorado Rockies. You look at his last 10 starts. He's allowed 3 runs or less in 9 of his last 10 starts. He's given this Rockies team a chance to win every single game in which Tyler Anderson has been on the mound. And the Dodgers don't hit lefties very well. They don't. I mean, they're one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball from an OPS standpoint, from a runs per game standpoint, against left-handed pitching. You look at it, 222 team batting average, 3.7 runs per game for the Dodgers against lefties this season. That's not good. So I think Tyler Anderson has a chance to neutralize this Dodgers team. Dodgers haven't faced him yet. So that should be an advantage to Tyler Anderson in this game. And Kenta Maeda getting the call for the Dodgers. He has been very good, no question about it. But I do have some concerns with him here in this ballpark, pitching here in Coors Field. I think this game, 3.29 ERA for Maeda. He's been solid, but in some of these hittable ballparks, we've seen him, Arizona, he got hit for 5 runs on the road. Even Pittsburgh in a previous road start got him for 4 runs. He's been a little bit more suspect, Kenta Maeda, on the road than he's been at Dodger Stadium. I think Colorado could sneak a victory out in this one. If I bet that game, Dodgers-Rockies on Wednesday, I would look to Colorado at the underdog price around plus 115, plus 120. It's hard not to back Michael Fulmer and the Detroit Tigers. I know it's Chris Sale. That's the only reason this price is dirt cheap with the Tigers as a short home favorite in this game, but it's hard not to take Fulmer. I know Chris Sale is Chris Sale. I get that, but White Sox, completely selling at the deadline. There's no ambiance in that clubhouse. They know it's another losing season. They're not going to be in the playoffs. What's there to keep fighting for with this White Sox team? And even if Sale pitches well, White Sox haven't been winning for him. I mean, White Sox are 0-3 in Chris Sale's last 3 starts. Fulmer continues to be just phenomenal. 4-0 are the Tigers in his previous 4 home starts. They're 14-2 in Michael Fulmer's 16 starts overall. Chris Sale, be damned. I can only play the Tigers and Michael Fulmer at this current price around minus 120 with the Tigers as a home favorite in that game against the Chicago White Sox. And other than that, actually one more game, 2 more actually. I told you, it's a decent card for a change. Toronto and Houston. Toronto at the underdog price is the way I'd look. I don't like what I'm seeing from Colin McHugh. I think this is the game. Best chance for Toronto to win a game in this series is probably this one. Estrada on the mound. Solid numbers still for the Toronto Blue Jays. On the flip side, McHugh, a 6.59 ERA in his last 3 starts, got lit up by the Tigers in his last outing. 8 runs and lasted just 1.2 innings. He looks like he's in a little bit of a downward spiral, just a little bit, Colin McHugh. So lean to the Blue Jays there at an underdog price. And I would also think Oakland at an underdog price against the LA Angels worth a look. Kendall Graveman's turned his season around. He has pitched a lot better as of late for this Oakland Athletics team, and Oakland's been winning for Kendall Graveman of late. Oakland is 8-1 in Kendall Graveman's last 9 starts. He's an underdog to Jared Weaver and the LA Angels, and as I like to sing, Dream Weaver, I think he will shit the bed tonight. I think he will here in this game. Jared Weaver at home against the Oakland Athletics. Not a guy I trust as a favorite, not a team I trust as a favorite, especially with Graveman pitching as well as he has. It's worth noting, too, Graveman, 3 previous starts against the Angels this season. He's 2-1, and he's allowed 4 runs in 19.2 innings of work. That's right, 4 runs in 19.2 innings pitched by Kendall Graveman against the Angels this season. I like that track record. I like that track record even more with Kendall Graveman at an underdog price here in this game. So I like Oakland at an underdog price there to get the victory over the LA Angels. All right, that's going to wrap it up. That's my look at a surprisingly good post-All-Star break baseball betting card. That's my look at the early MLB lines for the games taking place on Wednesday, August the 3rd.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.